Happy holidays, everybody. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, before we begin the video today, I want to offer two exclusive collector specials for the holiday season. We have two prints for you. Each are $100. Here we go. The Jerry Taratelli Richardon Port, numbered out of 2,000. This normally retails for $200. And today, through January 5th, it is going to be $100 plus shipping. All right. The next one is, there it is, the Time Walk, guys. The Power 9 piece. Here we go. This piece is normally $200 plus. It is now $100 from now till January 5th. And normally we sell these two pieces on VintageMagic.com and our eBay store for over $200. But only today to January 5th, it's $100 each print. So you can pick one, you can get both, mix and match, and depending on quantities, we could even do more of them if you wish. And shipping is not included. All you have to do is email me at daniel@vintagemagic.com. That's DANIEL at vintagemagic.com. And I'll put the link in the description of everything below. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and happy holidays. Happy Finance Friday, everybody. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. Hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday week. Just reminding you guys to be a shark, not a minnow, when it comes to business. All right, let's get right into it. So today's video is all about, are you going to buy Magic the Gathering sealed product like this Alpha Booster Pack? Or are you more keen to buy singles these days? I want to know in your comments below, which one are you looking to buy more? I want to talk more about why the market is attractive on both ends. Lately, as of late, I've been buying these cards, like these graded cards like this kind of stuff. I've also been buying just alpha cards all over the place. Psionic Blast, a random Hurlem Minotaur. Actually, what is this? A Personal Incarnation. I've been buying cards all over the map. And I was thinking about it. What is the better investment right now? And so I've been thinking the best way to go about this is to discuss return, ROI, for the future. All right, ROI. ROI basically is return on investment in business. It's a way for investors to kind of gauge, hey, you know, how much money am I getting return on? For example, if you have a rental property and you, let's say, get $2,000 a month in rent, and that's $24,000 a year, and you have some expenses and property taxes, let's say you net around $18,000, then, you know, divide that by 12, that is your net cash flow if you own the property outright. So then you can kind of do some math and say, well, 18,000 divided by the price of the property gives me the percentage, effectively, of my return on investment per month. Just like these Magic cards here, you know, Bazaar Baghdad, for example, or this Summer Blue Hurricane. You can think about it as, okay, well, I'm going to buy these cards. I'm going to hold them for, let's say, a year. And let's say the Bazaar I bought, you know, let's say you buy one for $1,800, and then it goes up, you know, $2,200 net, let's say, in a year, and then you made $400, and your profit $400 over the $1,800 is your ROI, right? So this is a very simple math equation, but the question is, what is the right choice? And I have to think about this as a couple things. One is, what is your principal? What is your net, your investment you can put into the market? That matters a lot. And the reason why I say that is because if you are, if you're, let's say your cash flow is only, you know, principal is only going to be $5,000, you should expect, okay, hey, you know, if I make 10% return, that's $500 in 1 year. You're beating the market in many ways. Now, other people would argue and say, well, Dan, There's other assets you can go and be a little bit riskier, make even more like 20, 30%. Show me something that, would you rather have a consistent 10% or would you rather have 20, 30% and have higher risk? Now, realistically, a lot of people these days would even put it into a bank account. So the other part of this video is also considering the current situation with the interest rates. So interest rates are hugely like jacked up right now. I think it's like 7% or so for a mortgage rate, plus or minus. And it's going to get higher. I've been seeing on the news that it's going to go a little higher before it ever goes down. And I probably will never go down to the levels that we saw at 0% interest back in like the cheap money days for a very, very long time. So with that said, bank accounts, interest rates, if you put into a savings account like your Capital One or your Citibanks of the world, they are doing promotional interest rates of over 3%. I think my Capital One account has a 3.3 APR. So $1 million pays $33,000 approximately for the entire year of interest. That's ridiculous. I mean, think about that. You do absolutely nothing. And again, you have to have $1 million, but whatever amount of money, okay, you just leave it in there, you get 3.3%. So in the case of the $5,000 example, you get 3.3%, okay? You don't have to do anything, right? Why would you even buy Magic cards? Sealed product or ungraded cards? See, the main reason why is you want to beat the thing called inflation. And that's why everybody even invests in any of these collectibles. Wine, artwork, real estate, any of those things, right? You're always trying to get ahead of inflation. The stock market, the mutual funds, all that kind of stuff. They've touted themselves as this way to, you get these gains, right, over the year. Oh, the S&P and the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ produces more money, annual rate of return, right? Your ROI is greater than the inflationary rate. But the last few years, the inflation rate has been astronomical. I don't think it's double digits quite yet, but it's in the over 5% plus, thus causing everything that you make, your money, become less valuable. So that's why the Fed increases the interest rate, makes money more scarce, thus causing, things like collectibles and stuff like that in a weird situation. Because when money was cheap, collectibles, real estate, other assets and stuff was very attractive. You're borrowing money at very little money, 0% range, 2%, whatever. And then you're buying other assets, and then, they increase the value of collectibles. And then there was this inflation point where collectibles themselves have gone up to a very, very high point. And people say, well, that's due to the inflation, right? That's due to the fact that the interest rates were so low. So I think that my take on the entire question is sealed product, is ungraded cards, or just leaving it in the bank account. What is the better investment? I gotta say, I still think that it's very hard at this point because at 3.3% in your bank account, it's a safe play. I still think the word diversification is the answer. So I think buying a combination of sealed product. Sealed product, by the way, Magic Gathering old product, is very attractive so far. It's a finite space. There's not a flood of it. Now, obviously, you have Fallen Empires, Homelands, Ice Age. There's a lot more boxes out there. But when you're talking about this Alpha Starter or Alpha Booster Pack, there are only 5 in the world at PSA 9. I mean, seriously, what do you do? You obviously pick the Alpha Booster Pack. Now, it's a larger investment. You're talking about a $50,000, $60,000 plus item with only one of 5 in the world at PSA 9. That is a premier product, but it's a lot of money to park your money. And you're like, well, Dan, why would I pay that much? I mean, if I even open that pack, I'm just probably going to get a Chaos Lace, and I'm going to lose a lot of money. But that's not the point of buying sealed product. Any of this sealed product. Sealed product is an investment where you hold and you leave on your shelf and you admire it and you can sell it later on. The prices now, if you look at over this last year, have dropped dramatically. Dramatically. I've seen these Ice Age starters in the past sell for over $2,000 a box. And now I just sold one on eBay for under $1,000. You're probably asking, well, why in the world, Dan, would you sell in this market? Well, you know, when you have entry costs of much lower than that and you have a supply, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because you can always sell the highs and the lows. But as you are watching this video, you're probably more of a retail investor. You're looking for deals. It's really wise to look at sealed product right now. It's more attractive than ever before. Now, be careful. There are people that sell product that are resealed. There are people that sell product that are tampered with, such like that. Search. So you want to make sure you're buying for reputable sources. I only deal with clients who are either from the WotC, the Wizards of the Coast era, who either own card shops or executives or employees, etc. I stay away from people that say, hey, Dan, I want to sell you all my sealed product, and I have no idea where the fuck I got it from. What does that mean? No, the answer is no. Oh, damn, but I'll give you half off. Half off? No. Half off of G.I. Joe cards? Absolutely not. So make some common sense choices. Be a shark, not a minnow, like I said in the video. Now, let's talk about ungraded cards. Now, you're probably asking, why the hell, Dan, would you buy all these Psionic Blasts? And this random Hurler and Minotaur, shout out to my friend Mark Latanzi. Give me this for one of our deals. And why buy this? Oops, why buy this Personal Incarnation signed? Oh, that's a really nice signature, old school signature by Kev Brockschmidt. Or why would you buy graded cards when you can just grade them yourself? This Moat 9.5, this BGS 9.5 Mana Flare, or this Beta Earthquake. Why would you even waste your time? Well, folks, the reason why is graded cards or ungraded cards are really easy to manage. So, obviously, the space. This little space is much less than the sealed boxes. That's one. Seriously, it's a true story. If you have lots of cards, great cards in general are easier to manage for space. They take up less space. Number two, I think they're a little bit more fluid. They sell more fluidly. There's more demand for them in general. People generally don't want to buy a Fallen Empires box or Homelands box, the Dark box, Revised box on a continuous basis. Most people who do that either want to crack it out, or either buying more than one boxes for large positions, or they want to do some other event where they draft or box break or whatever, right? So these are really just the people that seal product. So the cards have an advantage where you get people in different type of markets, international markets especially, who want certain cards. Now, if you're buying these kind of cards, who's going to buy these cards later on, Dan? I mean, why would I buy these? I'm going to hold these, and who's the buyers? You're just buying random shit. Moat? Why? You have lots of moats. Well, the reason why is it's attractive. The prices today, comparative to before, are very attractive. 9.5 moats in the higher peak time, we're going for over $3,000 in some cases. Now they're sub 1,000s, like low 1,000s. That's ridiculous. The ungraded like 8.5s and 8s were going for $1,000 plus back in the day. Now, something to be very careful for both sealed product and ungraded product. Just because the prices were lower back in the day, this is a retrace, right? Where is it going to go lower, right? Does Moat, for example, go to, back in the day, $500, $400? Do we see Mishra's Workshop, Bazaar of Baghdad, going to $1,000 level versus the $2,000 level? We're already seeing that with Bazaar of Baghdad. Workshops still around $2,000. So very hard to say, right? You don't know where it's going to go to decline. However, what's great about Magic investing is because that there's a finite supply of the cards and the booster boxes and packs and stuff like that. Now, that's why I say diversify. Be very careful. Don't go all in on Arabian Nights or all in on Legends or all in on Antiquities or buy out Stone Calendars right now when you pause this video. Just buy them all out on eBay. Don't do it. Don't do it. People have tried that little gimmick. I'll have to do another video about, are buyouts even worth it anymore? Are buy lists even relevant? I'll have to do a video on that. But all in all, there is opportunity on every level. Now, that last part of the video, Where do you find product like this? Well, you can find them through creating your own content and having people contact you, say, hey, I want to sell you stuff. Another way you can do it is also consignments, people locale in your area, right? You also can do it through having a robust eBay store. We have over 5,000 perfect feedback on our store. I've been selling cards for a long time, decades now, right? Over a decade plus. So build a reputation, right? And then, people may even contact you, want to sell you stuff, etc. And then vice versa. You have your product that you bought, and then you can sell and maximize the value through your store. People have done TCG Player. I haven't done that ever before because I already have an eBay store. But I will say that TCG Player is effective. However, I don't like there's no auction system. Also, the pictures are very sparse. Most of the people use the static picture that they have rather than using an actual picture of the card, which is tough for buyers, in my opinion. And the last thing I will say is that Facebook auctions or Facebook themselves, stuff like that, is effective. You can do that kind of route also. And also your own website. So these are some options that you can sell the product you end up buying. So in summary, guys, I hope you guys learned a little bit on the video. I answered this question in the way that I look at it, that I think diversification always is the best thing to do. Always remember to only invest if you have money to invest. Don't invest money that you don't have. Don't borrow money against your credit card, home loan, whatever, unless it's some insane deal where it's going to pencil out a lot more. But if you're buying modern day product, and this is not a knock on Rudy, but it's just a friendly advice. I've said it before. The modern day product investing, I am not suggesting to buy any of that shit. This channel is all about old product, and I'm not, you probably say, well, Dan, then that means there's a market. You should buy into the modern day product. You're not saying do it, but other people can. You can make money. Yes, you can short-term make money on modern day product. I'm not saying you can't. What I'm suggesting is that generally has a high volatility rate and very low ROI, causing you to pretty much get hosed in the end. And other TCGs like Flash and Blood and Weiss and Final Fantasy Chickmunks and MetaZoo, all that crap, right? I say that's like a high risk, high reward probability thing. If you want to put a little bit of percentage of your net worth into it, go for it. Flip it. Make some money, right? Reinvest. Don't keep it forever. Now, if you've already made enough money on it, you're already early on in the game and investing, that's great. You've already made the money, right? You can buy cheaper product when it goes down, like the Monarch thing when it went from limited to unlimited for Flesh and Blood, right? You can buy it cheaper. But if you want to speculate, do that part of the game, that's up to you. I don't suggest it on this channel. I don't respect it. I don't think it's the right type of product for me. But, to each his own. All right, guys. Have a great holiday, and we'll talk to you in the next video.
Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I want to share with you more about how we handle consignments. So to begin the consignment process, we actually need to start with the consultation service. In this consultation, I will determine what you're looking to do. And generally, consigners usually tell me, hey Dan, I'm looking to sell my items and maximize the value of their collection. After we determine through the consultation, I usually like to do an appraisal process. And an appraisal process in terms of a consignment is more fitted towards authenticity and valuation for current market values. From there, after a contract is crafted and signed, we will then receive the items from you. The reason why our consignment process is very thorough is we also identify cards that could be graded so then they can maximize higher dollar values. So the payment process is very simple. Once we have sold your items, you'll get an updated ledger and we will process payment for whatever form of payment you need. As a consignor, you're gonna experience our white glove service. What that means is I'm gonna personally handle your collectibles from beginning to end. And rest assured, the client that purchases your collectibles will also receive the same white glove service. It's a signature service that I really pride myself on in working closely with my clients.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit VintageMagic.com.